I am excited to tell you about today's game, Commander Keen. Not just because of the game, but because of the innovation that was shown by the developers of this game. Anyway, in this episode of Classix Gaming, we're going to delve into a little bit about ID Software and Commander Keen. Whether you know it or not, Commander Keen is a game you should be grateful for. I know a lot of people haven't even heard the name Commander Keen mentioned, but the fact is, it is a game developed by a studio that has completely changed the way that gaming occurs today. Our 3D graphics would not be the same without John Romero, Tom Hall, and Adrian Carmack. These three people revolutionized the way we see the stuff that's on our screen. They are the heart of 3D graphics, essentially. They change the way that we see what is on the screen today. I mean, they're effectively the grandfathers of Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, and honestly, the grandfathers of all first-person shooters. If you enjoy a first-person shooter, you should thank these guys. See, at the time, concerning Commander Keen, that they wanted to release this game, they first made a proof of concept called Dangerous Dave in copyright infringement. And the reason that they called it that, I think, is because it was just a proof of concept. I don't think it was ever meant to be distributed as a game, but they basically recreated one of the levels of Super Mario Brothers, just ripped it and recreated it, and then dropped in the assets from their previous game, Dangerous Dave. So it really was a copyright infringement. And it was something they actually pitched to Nintendo to show them, like, hey, we can do what you guys are doing on consoles, we can do that on computers now. The reason that they made that pitch is because at the time, the IBM systems that were being widely used just couldn't render a side-scrolling game. They had this problem with screen refreshment. Now, screen refresh rate is still something that is very important to gaming today. A low monitor that refreshes slowly or not very many number of frames per second is going to be a poor gaming experience. And sometimes it can get so bad that it renders the game unplayable. So at that time, their screen refresh rate was still a big deal, it was a huge deal. And computers couldn't even go so far as to render the next screen in a side-scrolling game at a time. I've been told to think about it this way. The difference between adaptive tile refresh, which is what they innovated, and what computers were doing at the time, is like taking a camera and putting it on a mount facing the floor, and then you draw a bunch of pictures on separate pieces of paper. Each piece of paper is a entirely different picture. And in order to capture the animation, you move each one of those pictures across the camera just in a line. So that would be what was happening on consoles and what they were trying to do on computers. This adaptive tile refresh would be more like if you made a flip book. You know, in a flip book, you have a stack of pages, and you flip through them, and the only thing that is different from page to page is like the picture of the horse that's running or something like that. Everything else largely remains the same. So adaptive tile refresh was a perfection of a technique that was already being used, and essentially it gave the software the ability to determine what should the computer draw right now. Does it need to redraw an entire scene? Does it need to redraw just a couple of assets? Does it only need to redraw this character and its movement, this character asset and its movement? And this principal innovation allowed them to create games like Commander Keen and honestly redefine the creation of gaming as we know it. So no more geeking out, let's jump in. This is actually one of my favorite games as a kid, Commander Keen. It's an incredible, very fun series. And again, the great thing about it is, I think its games 1, 3, and 5 are free. You can get them at the link below. You can also purchase all of them. There are 6 different games. They're called episodes. And you can purchase all of them on platforms like Steam. I got them on Steam for like just a couple bucks on a summer sale. And they're incredible games. They're, you'll see, they're kind of dated, but they're so much fun. Just fun platforming games. So check them out. Like I said, 3 of those 6 games are free. You can download them and play them today and get hooked on them. Thank you guys for tuning in. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here and see what this game is about. What's the actual story? What's the lore behind Commander Keen? Billy Blaze, 8-year-old genius working diligently in his backyard clubhouse, has created an interstellar starship from old soup cans, rubber cement, and plastic tubing. While he's walked around in town and the babysitter has fallen asleep, Billy travels into his backyard workshop, dons his brother's football helmet, and transforms into What does he transform into? Tell me. Commander King, Defender of Earth. In a ship that beams with bacon, the Mega Rocket King dispenses galactic justice with an iron hand. In this episode, aliens from the planet Vorticon 6 find out about the 8-year-old genius and plan his destruction. While King is out exploring the mountains of Mars, the Vorticons steal vital parts of his ship and take them to distant Martian cities. Can King recover all the pieces of his ship and repel the Vorticon invasion? Will he make it back before his parents get home? Stay tuned. Let's find out what the Vorticons, those thieving aliens, have stolen. The beam with bacon Mega Rocket is constructed from objects around the house that you've modified into Starship parts. Joystick from your brother's video game, which has manual flight control. Car battery from your mom's car electrical system's power. And a vacuum cleaner from the kitchen. Heavily modified ion propulsion unit with carpet height adjustment. Everclear from your dad's liquor cabinet, and which is fuel. Everclear. I love carpet height adjustment. That seems like a critical function in a spaceship. The Vorticons have taken these pieces to the far reaches of Mars and are guarding them. You must find the members of this Vorticon outpost and wrest their parts back from their wicked, clawed hands. Unbeknownst to NASA, when the Viking landers settled on the surface of Mars, it caused major political upheaval. Viking actually landed on the despotic Martian king, the Yorps, which are the extremely friendly, I can't find my spell, one-eyed Martians, were freed from enslavement, and the guards, the vicious, aggressive Martians, were angry. The Martians created robots for menial work and guard duties. Beware of the tank-like guard robots. They're very good at what they do. Martians have been visiting Earth in UFOs for decades. Why? They have come to Earth for one reason. They want our toys. Hula hoops and skateboards are holy objects to them. Who knows? You may find some toys useful. There are signs everywhere. You haven't been able to decipher them yet. Dot, dot, dot. Your task is before you. Go get them, Commander Keen. And don't miss episodes 2 and 3 in the Invasion of the Vorticon trilogy, which then it goes into episode 2, which we're going to skip. We're going to go to episode 4. In this video, we're going to showcase episode 1 and episode 4, because episode 4 was my favorite. Okay, so I played this a little bit last night for the first time in like 20 years, so cut me some slack, okay? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. It really isn't a hard game, it's just like the jumping feels floaty. And the landing, it seems like when you land after you jump, you slide a little. I don't know, that's just the way it feels. I don't know if it's actually a game mechanic. So there's one guy, guys, those are Yorps. Those are nice. They don't really hurt you, but they will unintentionally push you into things. And that can be, oh man. Yeah, I should have focused. Focus key. always used to die here. I'll probably die again, but when facing a trial of fire, it's normal to be afraid to die. The problem is that you're afraid to live. Alright, so now this guy's gonna eat my dog. See, so I pressed. I thought I was pressing shoot, but I just jumped. So if you play this game, you can change that key binding in the menu, and I would recommend it. So this is the beans with bacon, and if you go to it and to enter it like level, it shows you what you're missing, which remains let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go check out this little pyramid. I don't think there's anything in here, but an ironic sign. Listen to how these Martians, for all their technology, they're not that smart. All they want is forward. You hear in your mind, it is too bad that you cannot read the standard galactic alphabet, human. Now wait a second. So I can't read that sign there says exit, but you can write in English. Why is it too bad? Just communicate with me in the language in which you wrote that sign. Martian. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna beat this level or not, but I'll at least get to where I can. I'll probably die before I beat this level, and then we'll move on to King 4 because I want to respect your time, and also I'm gonna put a link below for downloading, so you can check it out on your own and beat all the levels. I think Commander Keen 1, 3, and 5 are free, and then, or wait, no, it's 1, 4, and 6. Or anyway, some of the games are free because they passed into the Creative Commons or whatever. Been that old, and some of them are not free. They're still owned by Apogee or Apogee. Anyway, just make sure you do everything legally and all that stuff. This link will give you the free games. There's nothing illegal about them. It's not pirating. Good to go. You can download those for free, and Steam has the complete collection with the exception of the latest entry, which I never played. I never played the latest one. I don't know why it's not. Okay, this guy. I think these guys. What is that? I never could figure it out. I mean, they're terrifying because they'll follow you all the way around the map if you don't. Okay. He used to kill me all the time. But it's like a giant dog thing. I think. Ooh, it was close. I think the key to the first door is down there, right? Oh no, just boom, boom. Alright, that's Alright, so I should have pointed out that yellow door down there, that's what we're trying to get through. Because it has the key that's blocking it. And the battery. The battery's up here. You can see it from underneath. See the battery in the red door. So that's where we're trying to get. Again, I haven't played this since like the 90s with the exception of last night, so cut me some slack. Or don't. I mean, I can handle some criticism. Criticize my coffee. There's the yellow key, okay. And I can hop along the top there and get all those, but I know I'll probably just die, so I'm not do it. Oh, okay, let's move on to Key 4. Key 4. I forgot to oh yeah, okay, I want to show you Paddle War. So this was one of those fun things, like sometimes these games would come with little, games and with the game. Look at that. By the way, that's his wrist going across the screen. This thing was a Pit Boy.
So yeah, this is the overworld of this game, and in this one, you actually enter a level in the bean with bacon. I almost said bean burrito. Beans with bacon mega rocket. But it just shows you what parts are missing. So we're gonna go for this border village.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed today's program, and I hope that you'll go check this game out. And also, I hope that you'll look at our social media. We now have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also check out our web store at cclothes.co, cclothes.co, and I'd be very happy for you to look at some of the things. I'm glad to add a line of portable handheld retro gaming consoles that you can check out. I tried to get some that fit pretty much all price ranges from cheap to hardcore heavy hitters. So check those out. You can also look at our mugs and clothes and all that stuff. Anyway, go check it out. cclothes.co. C-C-L-O-T-H-E-S .co. Thank you guys very much.